Hi, it's Mike.
And this is Fran.
And this is Mike and Fran Unrehearsed episode 52. Hey, Mom, you know what that means? That means, well, wait a minute. We started Mike and Fran Unrehearsed in July of 2020, and here it is in November, and we finally hit 52, and we've been doing a show every week. So, how could that be?
A lot of shows were repeated or didn't
Oh,
go
that's
on
right.
properly. We had a lot of...
Yeah, we had some repeats. We had some issues there, and we weren't ready for another show. And we actually repeated a couple shows on purpose.
That is correct.
Oh, wow. So we're celebrating officially a year of shows. How about that, Bob? So
I
you know what that
that.
means? Mm-hmm. That means we have more than, 26 hours of us yakety-yakking about all things under the sun. What do you think of that?
Oh, it's been fun.
Okay. All right. So here's to another 52 shows. All right? Woohoo! By the way, you're listening to Mike and Fran Unrehearsed. That's real life internet radio on 216thenet.com on Wednesdays at noon. Hey guys, remember to check out Cup of Joe Networking Group on Facebook. We hold this meeting on Zoom on Mondays at 8 a.m. And guess what? There's a great group of folks there just looking forward to meeting new small business owners and entrepreneurs that they can network with. So go to Facebook, look for Cup of Joe, and join us at 8 a.m. Hey, did you know that if you're on Zoom with 25 people or less, you can actually arrange them in an auditorium? It's pretty cool. You got to check it out. Anyway, we have all kind of fun just kind of yucking it up after the real meeting. So it's the after meeting is what I'm talking about. All right. Okay, cool.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? I have a special guest in line for you today. Now, you know that I'm a networking fool. I'm out there on Blitzer, on Happy Neighborhood Project, and the newest one is Cross Group Networking Group. And today is your lucky day because I have Linda Wimple here from the Linda Factor. Ooh, let's hear some woos out there. How you doing, Linda?
Hi, Mike. I am doing great. How are you doing?
Good. Glad to hear it. So tell us a little bit about the Linda Factor. What exactly is that?
Well, Mike, the Linda Factor is a service where we help people get the word out on whatever it is they're passionate about.
Wow, that sounds awesome. Well, I can see this is probably good for small business owners and entrepreneurs. Would that be right?
That's right. That's exactly right.
And if these people are out there trying to get the word out on their business, so that sounds like an awesome service to provide small business owners and entrepreneurs. But what are the problems that they're facing right now on getting the word out?
Well, there are business owners who don't have many leads and have no clue on how to get them.
Ah, I see. So that could be a problem, right? Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. They're tired of the old methods like chasing family and friends, prospecting strangers at the restaurant, cold calling, and getting hung up on, etc. Things like that.
You know what? I've hung up on a few of those folks lately. And you know what?
No.
They keep calling. And I'm like, oh, not another one. Are you kidding me?
Right.
I don't recognize that number, and I am not going to pick it up. So I know what you mean. So are there any other problems that people are facing out there?
Businesses don't want to rely on the uncertainty and the unpredictability of referrals alone.
I see. So they get a little business going, but that might just dry up, and then what do they do, right?
Exactly. They need more options.
So I see that you guys specialize in video. Is that right?
That is right. We have different types of videos.
And what could you tell me about having a video up on YouTube? Is that hard to do, to get one on there that's like top of the page?
Video is hot. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, and having your video ranked on the first page is huge.
I bet. Wow.
Yeah, people usually go to YouTube with the intent to find an answer or a solution to a problem. They're going with intention.
I see. Yeah, and to stay on the first page is like something that might happen once or twice, but you have to like maintain that first page citing, right?
Correct.
And
Correct.
that's the difficult part, right?
Mhm. That's
It's
right.
it's like TikTok. You can like post a funny video and everybody's gonna like it. But then what? What are you gonna do next?
That's right. Fresh content.
So
And
you can help them to do that.
I can. And the videos that we place on the first page of YouTube in their industry are sticking. They don't slide down the page.
Wow. So what's the secret? I mean, you couldn't give that away because that's what you provide, right?
Right. There's a lot to it. There's quite a lot, more than I thought.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I find great joy in presenting that to my clients when I show the video is staying there,
That's
staying
fantastic.
within the first, the top 3.
That's fantastic. Now this is like day after day or week after week or month after month or,
Yes.
I mean,
Yes, on all that. Yes.
so if they get their hits up on YouTube, now they're talking some money for maybe advertising or something like that, right? So
Mhm.
it's important to be popular and it's important to get subscribers and all that's going to happen if you maintain that video ranking. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Now tell me about some folks that you've worked with before.
Larry from Steady Straps. You look at there's a lot of research involved, so you find the best keyword phrase. He's been ranking there for well over a month.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, how do people get a hold of you and get their video to be ranked on the first page of YouTube? How do we do that?
You would go to the website, which is thelindafactor.com. Don't forget
Okay.
the. You've got to put the in there.
Okay. So lindafactor.com.
.com. Yeah. And I believe it's under the about us section. And it's really important because we can, even if you don't know how to do a video and you don't want the hassle of it, but you want to have the power of video working for you to promote your products and services.
Mm-hmm. That's what they need to do.
That's what they need to do.
So I see here, I went to your website and I went to About and I see your email and your phone. So it's lindawhimple@gmail.com and that's LINDAWHIMPLE@gmail.com, or they can also call you at 775-217-9017. Is that right?
That is correct.
All right. So it's lindawhimple@gmail.com. Linda Wimple with an H, WHIMPLE, and
Yes.
775-217-9017. So folks, I want you to reach out and contact Linda and get your video ranked on the first page of YouTube. You guys can do it. Just got to contact Linda, right?
That's right.
All right, Linda. Well, thanks for being with us today, and I really appreciate your time. So we'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Sounds good.
Bye now.
Oh my gosh, Mike, you're the best. Bye.
Hey, Mom, wasn't it nice to have Linda Wimple with the Linda Factor on the show today? Man, she's really got a knack for getting your videos on the top page of YouTube. And you know what, Mom? That's not easy to do. That's right. Everybody wants a million hits on YouTube and want YouTube to pay them for putting their videos on there. And believe me, we've tried. And we're still trying, right, Mom? So there's still hope for us. But if you guys want to work on your videos to get them in the #1 slot on YouTube, give Linda a call, okay? That's Linda Wimple at 775-217-9017 or Linda Wimple, WHIMPLE @gmail.com. All right, that's cool. Thanks so much. Thank you. So what's new, Mom?
Well, I think last Friday there were some unconfirmed news about an earthquake. There was a large boom sound in northern Lake County.
Yeah, it was in the paper.
A little bit north from us.
At about 3:30, it says, on Friday, sounded like a bomb going off or something. They didn't know what it was.
Well, they thought maybe a factory or something had blown up, or a gas main or oil something.
They're like, all of a sudden we heard what I thought was an explosion.
Yeah.
And they're like, nobody knows what it is.
Well, we didn't hear it.
So they said they were never able to pinpoint it.
Yeah.
But he did say, I'd love to figure it out.
Yep.
It's just a big mystery at this point. And they actually said there were unconfirmed reports of an earthquake being circulated shortly after.
Well, people tried to attribute it to something.
Oh, my God.
They didn't know.
That's just crazy.
That's the way people work.
Well, that's just unusual around here. I mean, you remember the days when there used to be like sonic booms? Because we used to live in Elk Grove and the airport was right there.
Yes.
And we would have sonic...
Yes.
Now, what is a sonic boom, Mom?
Yes.
You're the school teacher. What is it? Is it when planes travel the speed of sound? Is that when you get
something
a sonic
like
boom?
that? But I don't know technically.
Not
I'd have to look it up.
Planes can't give you a sonic boom.
Yeah.
I think you have to travel faster than the speed of sound, which is nowhere near the speed of light. Because if we could travel the speed of light, you know what we could do, Mom? We could stop time in its tracks. Did you know that?
I'm happy the way I am.
If you can go faster than the speed of light, you know what happens then? Time goes in reverse. That's right. Faster than the speed of light. You remember when Superman was going around the world, because Lois Lane got in an accident and died in a crack in the crust that fell through a crater, and then he saved her.
Yeah.
Because he went fast and he put the world in reverse. Anyway.
All
that's right.
What
The
else did
speed
you
of
see
light
in the
It's
paper?
impossible. I hope to live to the day we can go to the speed of light.
All right.
That's right. Well, Mom, I guess the trial has started and the jury has been chosen for Mr. Carl Rittenhouse, who was accused of shooting two people that died in the ruckus up there in I guess it was Kenosha, right? Yeah.
Well, I have such mixed feelings, and I find myself being biased, and I don't want to be. If I don't know all the true facts, and I presume the trial will bring that out more. When you hear rumors that his mother drove him up there, what mother would drive a 17-year-old kid with a weapon like that up there? I just can't understand the whole picture.
Well, what they have to determine is whether he used that weapon in self-defense or not. So he had to have been in, bodily danger of getting harmed or losing his life to be able to have the right to point that gun at somebody and shoot
Well, I
it.
just feel he shouldn't have been there. Two people were killed and one man maimed.
I know.
That's terrible.
I know.
I don't know. I don't know enough about it, so like I said...
It's hard to tell from what we know if that was self-defense or if it wasn't, or if it was just on a rampage. So I think that they have a judge up there that's going to play it straight, listen to both sides, and make a decision regardless of the politics that are involved.
Well, they say he's a serious
that's a good
judge.
Thing. Looks
He's
like a good guy.
serious
So
one.
it's going to be a real interesting case to follow. That much is for sure. Mom and I have been watching the World Series, and the Houston Astros beat the pants off of the Chicago White Sox early on in the first round of the playoffs, which was kind of sad. But the White Sox will be back, and they'll rebuild, and they're going forward because they did the same thing the year before. But I have every confidence in them doing just as good for next year. So I kind of wanted to see the Houston Astros go all the way, because if they beat us, then I want them to be the best team in baseball, right? Doesn't that make sense? But what happened? So the Atlanta Braves were winning, I think, the series 3-1 over the Houston Astros. And then the other night we watched the Houston Astros come back and win, in Atlanta, which was amazing. And then tonight, on Tuesday night, they played in Houston, and guess what happened?
Atlanta won.
And
I was rooting for them.
7-0 they won.
Because
they won with commanding style.
Quite a while
in
since
Houston.
They won.
That's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Wow. So the Atlanta Braves are the World Series champions
congrats to them.
You got a tomahawk, Mom? What are we going to do?
No.
Woo, 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 woo,
Well, you aren't supposed to do that
Okay, I
anymore.
won't do
It's
that
supposed to
anymore.
be improper.
I'm sorry. I won't.
Yep.
I'll never do that again. Okay. Anyway, congratulations to the Atlanta Braves. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, Mom, you know what I'd like? I'd like to see a show of hands of how many people got their booster shots. Oh, that's right. Mom, we're on radio.
I don't think that's possible. But Michael and I did receive our booster shots, and I got my flu shot.
Yeah, that's right.
We were scheduled for a time, and I'm writing that scheduled in quotes,
Yeah.
at Walgreens in Euclid and Hoffman Estates Thursday afternoon. When we got there, there was only a couple of people standing in line.
Yeah.
But it ended up taking us almost 2 hours to get the booster
Yeah.
and the flu shot for me. Now, it really seemed to be understaffed.
Totally.
It appeared.
They had when we got there was people in line. There's a couple people sitting down.
There
and
weren't
there was
too many.
one person there. There wasn't even one person at the window. There was one pharmacist running around. Cars coming by, and it's like, the people at the window that said, get your corona antivirus here. We're not even at the window. It's like we were the last thing on their mind. Is what it seemed like, and we just got there and go oh my God, what's going on?
Well, but I have to give credit to the 20 or so people that were waiting over that time. Every one of them was so courteous. There wasn't anybody making a rude remark.
No.
Maybe one rolled their eyes once. But
Wow.
everybody took that 5-foot interval behind people, and they were really a very decent group of people.
There was a woman in front of me that was just kind of going like this with her head, oh my God, we're never going to get out of here. And that's what it seemed like forever.
But you heard no unpleasant remarks.
No.
And I noticed that most of the people were in their 40s, 50s, 60s. And both the men and women, some were so tall, I kept looking at their long legs.
Wow.
And the majority of them were wearing jeans. Not jeans with the holes in them, just regular jeans.
Well, yeah.
And I kept wishing I'd been born into a family that owned a jeans company. That'd be a pretty good business.
Really? Is that what you were thinking?
Yes. You had a long time to think as you sat there.
Yeah,
When we
well,
finally finished, they all gave us a smile and a couple said goodbye as we left.
Yep.
And I felt like this is a nice group of people.
Well, you don't remember what happened when I finished.
Yeah, that we can call Americans. They were nice.
We're sitting there and waiting and chit-chatting, and then the guy's filling out this form, and then the woman's filling out the form, and she couldn't read it, and the other woman goes, "Here, use my glasses," and she put them on, and the guy goes, "I just pulled them off the rack and used them, and then I put them back because we were all standing around." I mean, why not?
That was good.
And then I was telling her that I was there 2 hours, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Well, I got here a little late, so it wasn't really that long, but by the time we got out of there, it was about that long." They were nice enough people, but it was just long and drawn out, and it didn't seem like it had to be that way. But there weren't that many Walgreens around us that were actually giving out the shots, or the booster shots. When I got tested for coronavirus, I went to our Walgreens, and I drove up, and they gave me the kit, and I put it in my nose, 1.5 inches in each nostril, and gave it back, and that was it. But that was our Walgreens. It wasn't doing any coronavirus shots or booster shots. It was giving you the test for coronavirus. So we had to go where we went. And when I was leaving, we could have just walked right out the aisle straight up, but I wanted to cross the ladies, and you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to pretend that I was falling down because I got the shot. I'm like, "Oh my God, you guys are not going to make it. I hope I can stand up."
Well,
and
I'm
get
glad
to the
you
car."
didn't do that.
And they laugh. I'm like, "Oh my God,
I'm
it hurts."
glad.
It's not. But actually, it did hurt a little bit, the next couple of days. But that's it. Everyone says, one of the questions I ask: "Did you have any reaction?" No, not really. Did you?
Not with the flu shot at all, but just a little bit.
It was a little painful.
Little bit with the booster.
The next couple of days, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Anyway, we got them, and now we're good for another 6 months, I guess, right?
That is correct. That's what they say.
So now we can go to all these open air concerts and go to open air restaurants and hang out with people. And no, we're not going to do any of that. You still got to be careful, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like I sort of tend to go along with Mayor Lightfoot that police and fire people, etc., should be vaccinated.
Vacuumed.
It's not really
Yes.
a mandate to me, but a requirement to be out among people.
I don't know. I mean,
So everybody's got their own feeling about it.
It comes down to interfering with people's rights and people's choices, and they have a right to choose. And it's like, I don't know, do they? If it's a virus and it kills people, do they have a right to choose? I don't know.
Well, I've been vaccinated all my life. When I was young, there was tetanus, there was diphtheria,
Well,
there was polio.
there's
You've had
flu.
for regular flu, and I just felt that's part of the territory of being an American. That's just the
Well,
way it is.
You would think so, but
Yeah.
for some reason the coronavirus vaccination has much more controversy associated with it. And I think it really comes down to when it came out, we had a certain individual in the White House that kind of gave it a bad name. And that just kind of stuck in everybody's minds. That like somebody created this virus, that they're trying to make money off of it, that it's a scandal, that it's not been thoroughly investigated, that the whole thing's a farce. That's like I'm a good man, I could breathe the air, I'll be fine no matter what happens. Okay, fine, but what about somebody else? I mean, some of these people would literally be this close to death and get a double lung transplant. I'm sorry. Some of these people would literally be this close to death and even get a double lung transplant before they might say, yeah, maybe I should have got the vaccine. But it shouldn't have to take that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
shouldn't have to take that.
Let's go on the lighter side.
All right.
I'm always amazed at the creativity of people with their Halloween
Oh,
costumes.
well, let's talk about Halloween. So,
And even for dogs.
I hope everybody had a happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Well, nobody came for the candy.
I know, we didn't have
We
a
didn't
happy
have
Halloween
one person come.
We never do here, Mom. Come on, it's a retirement
Well,
home. What do
we
you want?
live in a
What do you
gated
want, your
area.
old neighbor to come up here and ask for a taffy apple? What are you gonna do? It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen where we live. But a lot of people had a lot of fun. Aaron and Danny, they had a lot of fun. Now, what did they do? How did they dress?
Well,
I
they
saw a
even
picture.
dressed their dog up. Their dog became
They dressed
the
up
lion
as
from like
what?
the Wizard of Oz.
They dressed up as the Wizard of Oz, and Danny was the Tin Man. He was
Yes.
all in silver, completely
and
in
they
silver,
had a good
from head
witch
to toe.
and a bad witch,
Oh, they were great.
and they went out parading, and it was fun.
And the two girls, what did they dress up as?
Good witch and bad witch, I think. No, one was Dorothy.
Who was Sophia?
One was Dorothy. I think Amelia was Dorothy, and Sophia
Sophia?
was one of the witches, and Aaron was the other.
Well, the dog had to be Toto, right? Or no?
Not Toto.
Yeah, Toto.
Oh, yeah, it was Toto.
What do you mean Toto?
Had the big ruffy, scruffy thing around his neck. Yes, it was
Or was
Toto.
no, the dog was the Scarecrow, or was it Toto?
I don't know which it was
I'm
really.
confused.
Yep.
Well, anyway, I think that dog is too big to be Toto. He would eat Toto for lunch. Anyway.
Well, I just remember that Wicked Witch of the West that was always in the Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Which was one of the favorite movies of all time for kids, along with Bambi and that kind. It just wrecked one of my daughters. My eldest daughter went hysterical whenever she saw that Wicked Witch.
Now,
And
who was your oldest daughter, Mother?
Linda.
Oh, that's right.
I said Linda.
Linda. You didn't say her name.
I thought I did.
No. So, I want to say something about the Wizard of Oz. So, now, those were the days, ladies and gentlemen, when we didn't have VCRs, we didn't have DVDs,
Yeah.
we didn't have cable with on-demand, and when you watched it, it was
on TV.
broadcast on the air, live. That was the only way you're going to see it. And so, when the Wizard of Oz came on, like once a year, I don't remember what time of the year it came
Couple
on.
of times.
October maybe, or something like that. our whole family would be sitting in front of this
On the
little
rug.
13-inch black and white TV for a while is what we had. And we would watch it on there with the whole family. And you know what? We had a blast. And we look forward to watching that show, that movie, every single year as a family all together.
I remember.
And year after year after year after year after year. Isn't that something?
Now, I do miss the days when I was a teacher, when we used to have our Halloween parades.
Oh.
The students always seemed to really enjoy it more than anything else. They would get an extra half an hour at lunchtime
Really?
because they would go home to put their costumes on. And I always made sure that I had a couple of extra sheets in my classroom in case some child did not have a costume.
I see.
And I'd whip up one for them. I would often dress up as a witch. They'd always make a joke, your teacher had to be the witch. But once I was a sailor in my husband's navy blues, once a bag lady, but my favorite was 0007's mother. And let's say 007, but I was 0007.
Oh, I see.
Mrs. Bond, with a long blonde wig, a fedora hat, a trench coat, net stockings, and a
007's
walkie-talkie.
mom? That's what you were?
I was James Bond, 0007's mom.
Wow.
Yes.
You got pictures of that somewhere?
I don't think I do. I don't
darn
think
it.
I do. But it was one of my best.
That would have been pretty neat.
You know?
That would have been pretty neat.
I
Yeah.
just look back on these periods of time with a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Sweet memories. And I could never get over at the creativity of some of the parents in figuring out
Oh, yeah.
their students' costumes. They
Well,
were very ingenious.
Well, I'll tell you something about Halloween. We always used to like dressing up for Halloween. I was like, I don't know, I was like a vampire, a pirate, you know, a lot of stuff like that. I think one year as a little kid, I was a fat kid with a big pillow in my butt, and I remember I'm walking with these pants on that I had tied up, and I had a big baggy butt like swinging from left to right. And I went to Mr. Wendis' house across the street with Michael Wendis, was hanging out with him, and his dad took a 8mm film of us walking around, and he was cracking up so hard he was in stitches because of my big fat butt that I stuffed in the back with a big pillow, and he couldn't even stand himself.
Well,
he was laughing so hard. I remember that, and that was so funny. And then I went to Southern Illinois University, and Southern Illinois was known as the school to go to Halloween.
Party town.
Party town. So all the other schools went to Carbondale because the streets were just closed off, you know, for blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks, and everybody went crazy for Halloween, and you wouldn't believe the costumes that you saw there. Phew. Oh, Mom, look at the time. Listen, let's talk about Linda one more time. Oh, Mom, look at the time. So listen, guys, if you want to get your business, oh, Mom, look at the time. So listen, guys, if you want to get your video in the #1 spot on YouTube and have it stick, what are you going to do? You're going to call Linda Wimple at the Linda Factor at 775-217-9017, or you're going to email Linda Wimple at lindawimple@gmail.com. That's Linda, Linda, Wimple, WHIMPLE @gmail.com. Okay, guys? So let's get those phones ringing and those emails going and get your YouTube videos on the #1 spot. And who knows? After that, the sky's the limit, right?
Did you time all of that?
Mom, we're good. We're doing
All
good.
right.
Are you going to say goodbye to our folks?
Bye.
Oh, say goodbye.
Take care.
Goodbye, folks. Have a good week.
Bye.
And we'll see you next Wednesday. Take care now. Bye-bye.